Hello. Can you guys hear me all right? How's the audio sound? Let me know in the side chat over here. And then we'll get into this. It's not going to be a real long live stream, guys, but I appreciate everybody being here. 19 people in the house tonight. That's awesome. Thankful to have you guys here. Audio's working. Yes, no. Nobody's telling me. Audio, video, all good. Thank you on 2 and go. All right. Well, I think this is why you guys are here. So we'll get into this story. And I had another appointment today, so I kind of have some more details, I guess. Thanks, RT Outdoors. How you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. That's cool. Edward Johnson in the house. KJB. 55. Thank you. Hello. Sounds good, he says. All right. I'm supposed to keep this elevated, so if you see me putting it up in the air, like, just what I'm supposed to do. Okay. So hopefully everybody's Friday is going good and everybody's weekend is off to a great start. I don't know if we should just get right into this part, or I suppose might as well. So this happened yesterday at work, and I deliver auto parts at my full-time job, and sometimes big parts, engines and transmissions, but a lot of body parts like doors and bumpers and fenders and things like that. But when we do engines and transmissions, we usually have to drag them off the truck onto thanks. Yeah, Dan, how's it going, man? It does suck. It's not fun. Learning how to do things one-handed is much harder than you would think. I've never broken a bone before in 40 years until now. Let's see. When are you doing a group ride? It's going to be a little while, Darkwing. A little while. So anyway, usually when we do engines and transmissions, we drag them off the truck onto the lift gate and then lower them down. But every once in a while, it doesn't go as planned. And that's what happened yesterday. So sounds good. Friday, but raining. That dumb guy production says, thought maybe you were caught in the riots. Yeah, that's not far from me either. So we had to, I was pulling off a transmission, and a lot of times we've got this metal rod with a hook on the end and a handle, so we can hook it onto the pallet and drag that off that way. But this pallet was broken, so I couldn't do that. So they're strapped on with like webbing straps or whatever, pressure straps. So I'm bent over, pulling on this strap, trying to drag this engine onto the lift gate. The strap snapped, sent me flying backwards. Truck's probably 4 feet up in the air. I'm standing on the lift gate, and I just went right off the lift gate onto the cement shop floor at my customer's place. And obviously I tried to catch myself with my hand, even though you're not supposed to. And when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking like, there's no way I did, but I obviously did. Because if I wouldn't have with my hand, then, because, catch yourself with your hand and it kind of slides out this way, you know what I mean? But that protects your head, because otherwise I would have smoked my head on the cement, and that would have been probably worse. But anyways, I had my watch on and it started feeling tight right away. Well, first of all, you're like laying there, and for a second you're like, what just happened? And then your next thought is, did anybody see that happen? I hope not. So I kind of look around, didn't see anybody. So then I'm trying to get my bearings about me, I managed to get up, and immediately my left hand is just shaking. and I had long sleeves on, a sweatshirt, so I couldn't really inspect what was going on quite yet. So then my next thought is I can't move my hand. So now I got to figure out how to get this transmission off my truck with only one arm, one hand, and which I did manage to do, but yeah, couldn't move my hand. And once I kind of thought about it for a second, I was like, I think it's broken, but I've never broken anything before. I've never broken any bones. So I'm on my way back, did another delivery with one hand, and the rest of the way back to town, I'm like, I need to go to the hospital, but like maybe it's not broken. Maybe it's just severely sprained or something. Just had my hand like resting on my lap because I couldn't move anything. So anyway, got back to town, dropped off the work truck, got my pickup, and headed to the emergency room. They did some x-rays, and the first thing they said after they looked at it was, it's a good thing you came in. So I don't have the pictures of the x-rays or anything on here, and you couldn't really see that much with the x-rays anyways. They also ended up doing a CT scan or whatever where they could get a better look, and I saw images of that today at my appointment. But anyway, so I broke the main bone in my wrist, and I mean, I destroyed the main bone in my wrist. There's like fragments everywhere in the CT scan. And so she said, well, the surgeon, I met with her today, and she basically said, well, you're definitely going to develop arthritis over time. So she said that's unavoidable. There's no way around that. But we're going to do what we can in surgery to get everything put back into place. She said more than likely they're going to have to put a plate in, and they'll do an incision on this side and on this side. So I'll have two incisions. And she said they're more than likely going to have to put a plate in, and that plate will have to be removed after 3 weeks. So I'm out of commission for a while, folks. Like, it's not good. It's bad. And we're coming into riding season. For sure looking at 6 to 8 weeks of recovery time. My surgery will be on Friday, this coming Friday, so a week from today. So I've got appointments all week. Tuesday I have a COVID appointment because they won't do surgery if you test positive for that. So thank you, John. Appreciate that. What was I saying? Yeah, so COVID appointment on Tuesday for a test. And then Wednesday I have to meet with somebody else, another office. And then Thursday night I have to call to find out what time I have to be there for surgery on Friday morning or on Friday. So go in Friday, get that taken care of, and just kind of see. That's not what I wanted to do. Can I? Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. There we go. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. So I'm hoping everything comes together and I can get healed up quick, but she sounded like it would, without a doubt, be 6 to 8 weeks. So we'll see how all that goes, I guess. And I just want to be able to get back at it as soon as possible, because I want to be able to ride now that we're coming into riding season. But I'm looking at least early to mid-July right now. and hopefully everything goes as planned so I can be back by then. I mean, that would be 8 weeks, I think. So maybe a little bit earlier than that. But anyway, it's going to put a little bit of a damper on things as far as content. I'm still going to try to get videos out, but there just won't be very exciting videos, I'm afraid, because I don't know if I can even do much camping and stuff with only one hand. So as of right now, this is in a splint, just trying to hold things somewhat into place. So I mean, there's nothing to. They tried to get the bones lined back up as best as they could, but there was no like setting it or anything because it's completely broken all the way through. So just kind of keep my movement to a minimum. And they said I need to keep my arm elevated as much as possible this week. And that was the other thing too, because when I went to the emergency room last night, they had put a different splint on, and that thing went clear up to my first knuckles on my fingers, and they had them squeezed together. So when I saw the surgeon today, she said, you need to make sure you keep your arm elevated this week and move your fingers as much as possible. And I said, well, I can't move my fingers at all. Like, it's driving me crazy. So then she said, this is not going to work. We need to redo your splint. So put a different splint on today. And man, I can't even tell you how good it feels to be able to move my fingers around a little bit. I don't have full movement. I've been trying to stretch them out a little bit because everything is just tight and my muscles are tight and everything. So trying to work them, and they're getting a lot better now tonight. But I think it hurts worse today than it did yesterday, honestly. They were surprised first that I finished my route and got to the emergency and drove myself, to the emergency room. Because after they saw the x-ray, they were like, I don't even know how you're okay right now. And then they were trying to shift things around to, line things back up a little bit before they put the splint on last night. And they just kept saying like, are you all right? Are you doing okay, sir? Like, I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And they said, I think you're the toughest person we've ever had in here, which I'm kind of shocked by that, but because I really don't think I'm tough. Like, I'm kind of a wuss usually, but I felt good about it at the time. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. So I think that kind of gets everybody caught up to speed a little bit. I'm just going to look through and see what people are saying, if there's any questions or anything like that. So, Neek, I'm right-handed, but I tell you, it's complicated anyways. It's not that good. Michael, hello. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, he's going back to work. I appreciate you dropping in. Let's see what else is going on here. Frosty, hello. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm trying to stay positive about it, but it's a bad time of year. Like, I am getting frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. It's frustrating because the weather's actually starting to get kind of nice. I had the bike out a couple times, just short rides around. It hasn't been super nice around here yet, but it's getting to be that time of year, And now just to have to put it back on the battery tender. I just put a new battery in it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put it on the battery tender for a little bit longer. So DJ Larry B, Alabama, watching here. What happened? Yeah, I broke my wrist basically right at the right at the bendy part of the wrist. So yeah, I smashed it pretty good. I explained it all towards the beginning. Sorry, I just don't want to. I don't want to bore everybody with the same story over again. I apologize, but I get into it pretty quick at the beginning of this. I actually just kind of got done telling the story. So, wow, it's the clutch hand. You may have to get a Yeah, somebody else mentioned that. Get the automatic Goldwing for the season. I think maybe Steve brought that up earlier. Stevie TV. Yeah, I know. Then getting my road glide back would be the issue, though. Let's see. Seriously, look at the Dyno Jet quick shifter. It'll get back riding sooner. I might have to do that. I might. I thought they told me that after my surgery I'd be in a cast similar to this one. So that would be the big problem because it's all the way up my elbow, so I can't even straighten out my arm. So I don't know if I've got that right or not. Hopefully not. But I told her, the surgeon, I said it's riding season. Like it's time for motorcycle. And she goes, motorcycles too? You're killing me. She did not think I was funny at all, which I don't think is fair because everybody else up there thinks I'm hilarious. Thanks, RT. Let's see. John. Thing is, if you drop the bike or come off while trying to ride sooner than you should, you might just do yourself more damage. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Should be plenty of bike shows to walk around this summer. I hope so, man, because like last year, so much was canceled. So I definitely want to try to get out and do some things. Whatever I can do. And I'm sure I'll get more used to only having one working arm for a while. Right now, I feel totally hopeless. I don't feel like I can do anything. But I mean, I am able to move my fingers, but there's just no strength there. And I'm not supposed to lift anything at all with my left hand. So trying to get much of anything accomplished is kind of a situation. Keep an eye on that arm and fingers. Make sure your fingers stay warm and pink. Yeah. Yep. They're doing all right. They were super swelled up even this morning, really swelled up, but they're starting to get a little better now. So that's a good thing. One arm episodes. That's right, Neek. So if I didn't need to clutch, I could probably still, but I mean, it is pretty dangerous. So, I mean, I ride with one hand quite a bit, or one hand off of the bars quite a bit, but that's after you're already going. So it's a whole nother situation when you're trying to stop or when you're trying to go. So yeah, it gets a little tricky, but yeah, I know. Just invite him over to mow the yard and cook me food, all that, do my dishes. I felt bad because I told my mom yesterday, I'm like, the one time that I've kind of let dishes pile up a little bit over the week, because I did that camping video one night and then I was editing that the next night, and I don't know, and then I was working all week and stuff. So, I mean, it wasn't a ton of dishes, but it was more than I wanted piled up because I'm usually pretty good about keeping up on them. And I'm like, now I can't get this wet, so I don't know how I'm going to do dishes. But my parents were over earlier, so they took care of them for me. Thank goodness. I appreciate that. I do. I feel horrible, like worthless at the moment. I cannot hold a beer in this hand, but I won't usually hold a beer in this hand anyways because I'm left-handed, so I'm good. Good with the right hand. Let's see. Feed the Zeke. Oh no, bro. Hope you have a good. Yeah, I hope it recovers fast too. I do. This is not very much fun. Probably at least 6 to 8 weeks, they said. So, but let's see. Wow, we're only a half hour in, but I didn't want to drag this on too much. I just wanted to let everybody know what was going on because I know that I'm going to be getting questions about, are you riding? When are, where are you riding to? Why aren't you making any riding videos or whatever, And I wanted to get on here. I didn't feel like it last night by the time I got done at the ER and all that, and got some food finally. I was so hungry at the ER last night because I had just gotten done with work and had it, headed straight up there after work. And yeah, so, but I figured tonight I wanted to get on here and kind of let people know what's going on. And if hopefully people, yeah, thanks, Mom. My mom took care of those dishes for me. I appreciate that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, content. I want to get, I'm gonna get some content out. We've got actually another battle box video that I have to do. I know they're not real popular, but at least it's something. And I've got a few other things that I kind of want to do. So not what I'm hoping to do this time of year. Definitely not, but it is what it is at the moment. So it's unfortunate, but John, thanks, man. Thank you. Riding season is here. I know. You got to be tip-top shape. It's looking like July. It's looking like it's going to be at least July, sadly. So we'll get back to it though. We'll get her figured out. And so, but anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping in. I won't use up any more of your Friday evening, but I do appreciate you being here and listening to what I had to say. And it's not exciting or anything like that, but I thought it would be good. I thought it would be good to do it live and hang out with you guys for a little bit. So I guess that's going to do it, you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for being here, and we'll catch you next time.